I'm Chris.
And I'm Anthony.
And we are the Red, White, and Blue Life. Today marks our first full-length episode.
That's right.
This week we dropped a few TikToks, just messing around, letting everybody know what's going on, what we plan to do, what we're about. But this is our real introduction.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I think we got like 147 followers on our TikTok, and we haven't even actually said anything real.
Anything of meaning.
No. So thank you guys.
I've only expected really one. My mom. She supports me no matter what I do.
I guess 3. We have wives too.
That's true.
Wives.
Yeah,
we have family. We're both family men.
Yep.
We wanted to start this episode off by kind of introducing ourselves, telling you a little bit about us and a plan for the show. Like we already mentioned, we have a TikTok. I'm going to link it down below. But just so you know, it's redwhiteandblue.life. If you want to look us up there, we're going to try to drop some daily content there.
Yeah, we're also going to try and go on to Apple Podcast, the Android one, just to be a little more accessible for everybody.
Yeah, and apparently there's this other site. I don't remember what it's called, Rumble or something. I'm not sure. But if you see us on there, we figured it out, and here we are.
Yeah, so a little bit about us. I am an emergency nurse.
Me too.
So we had a rough year last year.
You could say that.
Yeah, I don't think that's too crazy to say.
No.
Maybe
I think everyone had a rough year.
Yeah. Maybe you heard about it, COVID-19. So in response to that, we wanted to go outside of the medical sphere and just separate ourselves, get into something new here, new hobby to get into and hang out.
Pretty much. We might not be very good at it yet, so bear with us. We plan on making the content whether you like it or not, though. Yep. So if you do like it, come around. We're going to be trying to do a weekly episode. I'm also an emergency room nurse. I've been a nurse for about 5 years. Started off in corrections, moved over to the emergency medicine side of things. I actually trained this guy, believe it or not.
For better and for worse?
Yeah, probably more for worse. Sorry if you're one of my patients. Just leave me a good review on Yelp. Anyways, there's that. I just had a brand new baby daughter 2 months ago, and that's really fun. Chris actually has one on the way. He didn't mention that.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. It's going to happen. He's just a little worrywart. So yeah, that's it for me.
Well, first I would like to talk actually a little bit about our TikTok comments.
Oh,
so
okay.
We had 2 ones that stand out. The 2 people that made the show for me first one is Rexican1. His comment was that the far right just wants to kill politicians and the left wants to take money, billions from the billionaires, for the poor, to help feed the poor. So this goes to what we were talking about, how we want to take a more centralist view of things, more independent view. His first part of the comment, the far right wants to kill politicians. That's kind of hard to argue about when those bad actors in Michigan wanted to roll up Governor Whitmer, and I don't know what they were trying to do, some political statement.
Yeah, nobody knows what the goal was.
Yeah, they did, but I don't think it's fair to paint everyone with that brush. That's pretty hyperbolic in nature. But same with the second part as well, that the left wants to take billions from billionaires and feed the poor. I mean, in one instance, yes, I would say the left has a stronger sense of a social safety net as compared to the right. They want to do more things for the less fortunate. But they also, do also want to tax rich people more.
That is true.
It's kind of say, but I just think it's a little extreme to say it on both sides when it's not really fair to paint everyone with that brush.
Right. Basically, our views here is we're going to try to talk about all of these things, the political issues, the topical issues, current events, from a more independent standpoint, trying to play devil's advocate and analyze things from both sides. And since we think that most people in the country lay somewhere in the middle on the political spectrum, that's what we're going to do.
And just one more real quick. We have a comment here from MadLib1 who says that the right has no interest in the truth. So that just goes again to show how people are just painting one side worse than the others.
For sure, but that goes both ways.
Oh, absolutely.
The right hates the left, and the left hates the right.
Yeah.
Basically, I don't think either one of them really has the good of the entire country in their plans.
And even for the average Joe in America, I feel most people just focus on they want to provide for their family, have a little joy in their life, and that's it. To paint someone to say that they just want to kill all politicians, It's not there. The evidence doesn't prove that.
Nope, not at all. And our little disclaimer with that note, we are not professionals here. We do not have political degrees. We're just two average Joes talking politics and having some fun.
Yep.
So, with that being said, we will jump into our first topic, which is Afghanistan.
Perhaps you heard of it.
Maybe, just a little bit. It's kind of that war that we've been in for the last 20 years.
Man, if our followers are TikTok, they're probably born after the war started. I think the age of TikTok's probably in that.
There's some people. I mean, we're on TikTok.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
Yep. So the last 20 years, we've been fighting a war over there, and we finally saw the end of it. For better and worse, I guess.
Yeah, it's over.
Well,
I mean, not really.
Do you
we
think
still have people there.
Do you think this was a good time to get out, or what?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I feel like we've been trying to get out of there for a while, in a way. Everyone was just kind of too scared to do it, and I guess Biden was the one who had the balls to do it. He just did it in a really shitty way.
Yeah. No matter what you say about the guy, he's definitely out to lunch. Homeboy's gone, but he did put his foot down, whether it was him or not. He said, we're getting out.
Right. He wants to take credit, but he also wants to not take credit.
Technically, I think the Taliban kind of said we had to get out.
I mean, yeah.
So are we legitimizing the Taliban government by getting out? Or is it kind of like we said we're getting out, and they said, yeah, you better get out by that date or else?
I think it's kind of a little bit of both. According to everybody, it was Trump's idea first. But, I mean, it goes beyond that as well. It was before that. We've been trying to get out of there for a while. But, yeah, we wanted to get out by May 1st, and then that didn't happen. And I don't know who exactly said the 31st first. I'm pretty sure it was Biden. And then that was kind of the end of it. We were going to extend it to get the rest of our people out, and the Taliban said, no, don't do that. In other words, there will be repercussions for your actions. And
we listened.
And we listened.
So
because
yeah. So we did get all
Biden,
of our troops out, though.
Troops, yes.
Citizens, special
nothing else. We didn't get the entirety of anything else out.
Yes. So yeah, unfortunately, we still have some people over there.
American citizens.
And people that helped us
green card
in the
holders.
war for the last 20 years.
Yes.
So that's got to be pretty frustrating.
That's super frustrating. I mean, could you imagine working for another country and they're like, "We got your back," and then,
yeah.
and
just help us out now. Just go against these people that just want to kill you and your family, but we got you.
We got you. We're gonna support you and your family. Just kidding. I'm gone.
Oh yeah, we're out.
Yeah, never mind.
See ya.
Deuces.
So that's a pretty rough spot to be in.
It is. So the question kind of goes down to: was the withdrawal a good idea in the first place?
It had to be done. I don't think it should be an indefinite war, especially when what was our one goal? Kill the people that were responsible for 9/11, kill the terrorists. So there's no real stated war goal.
And I mean, technically, Afghanistan was harboring the Taliban.
Right, but if we went
No. Rephrase that. Taliban had taken over Afghanistan, and they were harboring Al Qaeda. That's it.
But if that was the goal, you're telling me we can't send in just a few of the people at the pointy tip of the spear to go get them out? We don't have the technological know-how?
Well, we do. It just took us 10 years to get that guy.
Yeah.
Osama bin Laden, if you guys don't remember. I remember when I was a kid, I was at a carnival once, and I won a poster of Osama bin Laden bent over with a rocket shoved up his ass, and it said Bin Laden over. All right, sorry, that was a little off topic. But anyways, back to the subject.
I mean, we went in there for a reason.
We did.
I feel it's just been prolongated, and there's a good time to get out is now. I mean, it should have been before, but the second best time is now.
Yeah. My thing about it is we had like a total of 2,500 troops total in the area at the time of the withdrawal.
Right.
And we were holding it down. We didn't lose any people. We had no American casualties in like 18 months. So I don't know if that was... Like, we have a lot of troops all over the world.
Right.
and we were holding that area down with so little hands on deck. I don't know if it was worth the losses that we took to pull out when everything was stable.
Are you saying
while
we
were
didn't
there.
like pull out well enough?
Well, for sure we didn't pull out well enough.
Are you
But
saying
but I
that
mean,
the
we could have just
U.S. pull-out game is as weak as mine?
pretty much, yeah. Pull out game week.
Yeah. It's, like, again, I have a nursing degree. It's not in the war game strategy. I mean, but
I played Battleship before.
yeah, it's similar but different. I would imagine.
The Battleship.
Battleship.
Yeah, it's definitely
a little different. So from what I'm again not a professional, but even when you have people that do have experience criticizing it and they pull up points that even make sense to the layman, I feel then something's wrong.
Right.
From what I understand is that when you secure a base, in this case the airfield, is that there's supposed to be a standoff, and then you let people in that you vet.
Right.
I guess that didn't happen.
No, it did not happen. Also, we were letting the Taliban run the security, which I thought was odd. I feel like we should have just sent in just a little bit more people, and for a short period of time, maybe just to help us from the fall of the Afghan government to the withdrawal on the 31st. Throw in a few more thousand troops to make sure that we have security in our own hands, not relying on someone who we've considered to be the enemy for so long to protect us, because we saw how that ended. Rest in peace to those troops, by the way. That is a very sad loss.
Sad. And frustrating.
Very frustrating.
Because I'm sure, obviously Biden's the commander-in-chief, so what his rules or his policies all go down. But I wonder if the generals and the commanders there had a better plan. Do you think they would be allowed to play that?
That's hard because I feel like
they're the ones with the experience and the know-how. They have the knowledge, skills, and ability.
But, I mean, according to Biden, he had a unanimous decision across everybody, across all of his advisors, the generals, the civilians, all of them, which I find a little hard to believe. Because, I mean, like, here in Arizona, we have wildfires just like California and everywhere else. And, I mean, like, my in-laws, they live up north, and there was a wildfire up there that was getting kind of close to their house. And the officials up there, like, it goes in 3 stages. They say, ready, set, go. On the ready, they say, hey, look, get ready, start gathering your important things.
It's getting warm.
It's getting a little warm in here. And but you're okay, don't leave. And then they head to the set phase. The set phase is where they're like, all right, look, it's getting hot now. Pack your shit. And you're supposed to gather up all your stuff and get it ready to go. And then there's the go phase where they say,
GTFO.
Get the fuck out now. So, I mean, even in basic evacuations of just towns that people live in, there's an order of operations to protect what you have and make sure that everyone gets out safe in a way that makes sense.
Which makes you wonder if that, when the first Taliban takeover of province was on the 6th.
Was it the 6th?
I think it was the 6th. And
It was the 6th. No. Yes, it was the 6th. I'm sorry.
So, 6, and we got out at the end of the month. So, roughly 3 weeks. And we couldn't pull it off. Like, our intelligence...
Somebody knew something.
Had to know what was going on. So
if they could find Osama bin Laden in that little house,
they can see that something's being taken over.
They can see that someone's taking over the
it's
country.
Interesting. So the rhetorical question is, why do you think we didn't do it successful, or they think it's successfully? Why do you think they said?
Why do I think it's not successful?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. When everyone says it was.
No, the left says it was.
That's true. Well, actually,
CNN
they're getting kind of hammered too now. I think that the press secretary is coming out saying it's a success.
His circle,
we're saying it's a success.
And actually, even some of the more liberal news outlets are starting to say that it wasn't as successful.
Yeah, they're definitely.
But anyways, the point of it is there was mistakes made, and I think that we should have just added a little bit more of our own troops and taken a little bit more of it into our own hands instead of leaving it to the Taliban to make those decisions, because Because
We
makes
left a
more
lot.
sense.
Yeah. And not only did we have loss of life, we left people behind. We also left equipment behind.
Lots of equipment.
Yes. Now, if we do have to go back for any reason, we left. There's one report saying that we left 16,000 night vision devices there, which is one of the main reasons we had.
Why we were so dominant in that
Yes,
area? We
because
could see them
at
in the
night.
dark. They couldn't see us.
So we left that there. We left I think it was 60,000 ARs or assault rifles there. We left machine guns. So if we do have to go back for any
Humvees.
reason, it's not going to be easy as it was. We'll
No,
still have
no.
air superiority, and that goes a long way, but
Well, kind of.
maybe kind of.
I mean, there's planes and shit we left there too.
There's no way the Taliban's flying around in
No,
F-35.
no. But the people that we spent 20 years training have the capability of flying those. And yes, we disabled most of the stuff. Apparently, a week later, we disabled most of it. But the stuff that we left for the Afghans to be able to defend themselves against these guys was left fully operational. With the
Oh, that's gone. That's long gone.
yeah,
That's got to be long gone.
and they do have people trained to use those.
Yeah. Well, now the Taliban actually has their own special forces.
Yes, they do.
They look pretty high speed, low drag. They got the beards. Some of them got their helmets on the correct
They can
way.
almost be mistaken for American soldiers.
I know, but except for the training, tactics, morals,
Right.
and everything that goes along with it besides the cool guy looks.
I saw a video, I think it was actually on TikTok, of a U.S. military man trying to teach
With the jumping jacks.
the jumping jacks.
That's a true story. I asked one of my buddies, like, "Yo, is that real?" He's like, "Yeah." Well, they don't grow up doing that, so they don't have the muscle coordination. It's not normal to them to do it. They don't learn it at a young age. He's like, "It is one of the funniest things you will ever see."
That was pretty funny. Caught me off guard. Do you think they figured out how to do the jumping jacks before or after they learned how to fly the planes?
I think it's the first. I think you got to do at least the jumping jacks to get in.
Okay.
But they do have that equipment, but no way they're upkeeping the planes, the Black Hawk helicopters. So much goes into keeping those operational.
They can do it.
Well, they can get 10 feet off the
We
ground.
trained them for 20 years. Someone knows how to fix that stuff.
No,
Yes.
they don't have the equipment. That is not I don't think that's a real concern.
I do.
No way.
Because okay, so that's kind of brings us to the next topic. They're not really alone anymore because it looks like China's coming in
Yeah.
to give them a little bit of support, and I think they probably have the technology, the parts, the pieces to keep
Well,
anything they want up and running.
they don't have our parts. They're definitely going to reverse engineer probably some of our stuff to see what we
100%.
got. Yeah, that's probably one of the
They
main
make
reasons
everything.
why they're allying with the Taliban. It's definitely not for the religious reasons because they kind of have a bad track record with the Uyghur Muslims in the concentration camps.
No, those are education camps.
Education. It's
They are educating.
a subtle
the
but distinct
Muslims.
difference, I believe.
Yeah.
As long as you're not in them.
What?
As long as you're not in the camps.
In the camps.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's definitely not for the religious reasons that they're allying with them. So it has to be other reasons.
Like
Getting our
what?
technology. I'm sure that all this sensitive stuff was demoed. That's gone. But they still have the structural stuff, I'm imagining.
sure.
Another reason allying with Taliban, rare earth minerals. A couple people are covering it, but they are sitting on $1 to $3 trillion worth of rare earth minerals.
What are these used for?
Electronics, basically, which is going to be the future. It's probably going to be the new oil. With electric cars coming out, you can't even buy a truck now.
No, I can't. I tried. I went to Ford, and the lot was completely empty. They said they don't have the chips to make the trucks.
Yeah, so those are part of it. Those are the semiconductor things as well as part of it. But
I don't
the
work on trucks.
What's that?
I don't work on trucks. I'm
No,
not a
me either.
mechanic.
Again, nursing degree, not a mechanical engineering
100%.
degree. But they are sitting on $1 to $3 trillion worth of rare earth metals,
Which is a lot.
which is not insignificant. But with China we get 80% of our rare earth metals from China, and that is just one more bargaining chip they have against us,
Right.
along with every other piece of electronic we get.
Everything.
coming
I
from
bet you
China.
this. I bet you this flag behind us was probably made in China.
What's not, man?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go there.
But so that's probably another reason why they're aligned with them.
Yes. On to the next one. So, if you check out the news coming out of Australia, Sky News is the main one that I found. But they are super pissed, and they just are making fun of Joe Biden all over the place. And they're saying that they think that Trump would have handled this better.
He definitely would have been louder about it.
Louder, yes. He's kind of a mean guy. Oh, God damn it, dude. If you just put Trump back on Twitter and let the Taliban have a Twitter, they'd be fucking gone.
Oh, that'd be good.
It would be monstrous.
Oh, wait. How does Twitter allow the Taliban?
Does Taliban have a Twitter?
Yeah.
No shit.
Google it.
I don't fucking believe you.
And how does Donald Trump not?
I guess Donald Trump's worse than the Taliban.
No, that's a hot take right there.
I mean, it must be Twitter's thing. Oh, God. They have over 800,000 followers and could get a blue check mark soon, according to ITV.
You thought I was
Whoever they
lying?
are. That just doesn't even sound real.
Yeah, that's the world we're living in.
The Taliban has a Twitter, but Trump can't. Okay. I really want to find the Taliban's Twitter now. I want to look and see what kind of stuff they post.
Oh, I think it's pretty peaceful.
Yeah?
Mostly peaceful.
Mostly peaceful. Yeah, I can't find it. I don't really care that much, I guess. That is crazy, though. The Taliban social media dilemma. Days
Just
after.
validating them.
Yeah, let's just give them their blue check mark now.
And then lastly, we got again China, how they're perceiving us. I mean, this is, I'm sure, great news for them.
Yes.
How we're looking right now. And again, just to reiterate, any of their countries that they think they control, Taiwan, like namely, they're gonna obviously push that hard that we can't be trusted. If we make promises, we won't be able to back out on it. So
Yeah,
that'd
and
be
actually,
interesting to see their take on that.
overall across the world, the United States image has been tainted. I have a chart here presented by the Morning Consult. I'll link it down below. But it looks like China, who already didn't like us, 11% more of them don't like us. Surprise, surprise. But the one that really sucks is the United Kingdom has lost 10% of their people who were favorable of us as well. And yeah, it's pretty much right across the board. Besides Canada, for some reason, like us more.
I mean, they're
But
pretty
it's
easy.
Canada.
Yeah,
Yeah.
America's hat.
And France. In France, that surprises me a little bit.
Are they still relevant?
No. I thought France hates us.
No, I think that was World War II.
No, okay, so all right, I take that back. The country of France doesn't hate us. But I feel like whenever I see...
I think that's that hyperbolic stereotype we're talking about here.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll retract that.
In case we have any listeners in France, we're big fans of you. I love crepes.
I love crepes. And the Eiffel Tower is pretty cool, I heard. Never been.
I saw the one in Las Vegas.
I've seen
Is
that
that the
one
same
too.
thing?
No.
No, different.
I mean, it looks the same.
No. Just not scaled properly.
No, not scaled properly. And I bet you can't get handed a little card with a naked lady on it at the real one either. Those of you that have been to Vegas know what I'm talking about. The prostitution cards. Oh, the wonderful parts of America. So next week, as you guys all probably know, Texas has passed a brand new law that kind of makes abortion illegal, but not illegal, but highly frowned upon.
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to explain.
I think they saw The Handmaid's Tale, and were like, "Holy shit,
Let's run
That's a
with
good
it.
idea."
I like it.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a warning of what happens if you take that route, not
Right.
not a role model.
Right. So from my understanding of it, we're not going to touch on it too much because we're going to talk about it next week. But from my understanding of it, it seems like abortion really isn't illegal as much as they've created like a bounty system on docs.
Yeah, I mean, they
That
still
performed it.
curtailed obviously women's rights
Well, for
there
sure.
from what they had.
Well, I
Not
mean,
knowing
yeah,
that.
it's definitely
technically,
changes the way the rules
yeah.
go, but it's not illegal per se. Like no
After-
one's gonna get a felony for doing an abortion. You just got to pay $10,000, right?
After 6 weeks.
After 6 weeks,
Yeah.
right? So, question: what if they just start charging $11,000?
Then you start going into people's house and doing it yourself.
No, if the doc's like, hey, I'll charge your insurance $11,000 for this abortion, and then they get paid their $11,000, and then they, pay the person who reported it $10,000, and they still get to do their abortions. It's all good.
No, I don't think that's gonna work.
Okay. Anyways, we haven't done too much research on that topic. We'll do a lot more over the next week, so we have something to talk about. I did post a little TikTok about it. Follow the link below to our TikTok to see what that was about. Basically just touched on that I don't personally believe the topic should be rather abortion should be illegal or not, but the availability of contraceptives and how that could fix the abortion problem better than just saying abortion's illegal. And on that note, I had two...
I don't think it'll fix it. It's 2021. Who's using condoms anymore? You hear about the little switch?
Man, what switch?
The switch?
No.
Oh, it's good new technology coming out. If you're a provider and you want to get on the cutting edge of technology, there's a little switch that you implant on the thigh, and that sort
Of a man or a woman?
Man.
And you just basically turn your dick off?
No, you turn your semen production off or on, I guess.
No way.
Yeah.
Is it real?
Mm-hmm. That
I'll have to
is on to
Google that.
something.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's going to be expensive.
Yeah, but
A dick switch?
dick switch. You heard it here first.
Get your dick switch, people.
That's technology. Condoms. That's what are we in the 80s?
You know, our doctor actually suggested the pull-out method. Like, in that, I've never heard a medical professional, I mean, besides us and the stupid shit we say, say that we should use the pull-out method.
80% of the time, it works every time.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Like, how is there no oral contraceptive yet?
For men?
Yeah.
I mean, because there is. There is oral contraceptive.
They
Just
should get
for
on
a
that
woman.
T.
Okay, I guess
Takes a
so.
while.
So much testosterone that you no longer produce sperm.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need your testicles anyway. Once you have a kid, you're good.
Right, but then you just get a vasectomy.
Yeah.
My point is...
Or you can be like Michael Scott in The Office. Just snip it, go back, snip
I
it,
don't
go
watch
back.
The Office. Never
We
seen
might
an
have a
episode.
Taliban member on the show, guys.
Never seen a single episode. I've tried.
That
I
is
can't,
not something to
I
brag
can't
about.
enjoy it. I can't.
How'd you get
man.
through nursing school without The Office?
I don't think there's a correlation between the two.
No, for sure.
I don't know.
There's a
Never seen it.
reason why they took it off Netflix and got their own streaming services. It's just for The Office.
The Office has its own streaming.
Well, it's on, what is it on? Peacock? Yeah, but they basically just took it back. Just everyone just wants to watch The Office. That's the only reason people got Netflix subscriptions.
That's not true.
Yeah.
I had it I still have it.
Oh, I mean, you're the exception that proves the rule.
I watched that 70s show like every day for like 20 years. No, that's a lie.
just weird.
That's a lie. That's a good show.
That's just weird.
Okay. Anyways, so we got way off track there. Back on the abortion thing for just a second. There was 2 comments on my abortion one. I was going to say that stuck out, but I'm going to be real with you guys. It was the only 2 comments. But we're just getting started, guys. Leave me alone. Anyways, so from Madison Palo Alto. She said the jabs are sterilizing people, so abortions will go way down.
I hate to quote Trump, but I'm going to go ahead and say that's some fake news.
I'm going to say that's fake news, too.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of the aisle, user 698309649,
If that is your real name.
if that is your real name, said COVID's killing the unvaccinated, which is 70% of Republicans, and that's also going to bring down the number of abortions, which I have a problem with that statement. Because Republicans are the ones that are trying to outlaw abortions. Not saying that no Republicans get abortions, but I don't think if all the Republicans died, abortions would go down. Because they're probably not the ones that make up the most people getting abortions. Either way, my point is that it's a very heated subject. We're going to have a lot to talk about next week.
Yeah, we got some research to do.
And according to these two people, if the jabs are killing all of the Democrats and COVID's killing all of the Republicans.
Well, they're just saying that they're being sterilized.
Sterilized. Well, you can't create more if you're sterilized, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if the jab is stopping the creation of Democrats from continuing, and COVID is killing all the Republicans, no one left but us in the middle. So let's stick together, guys.
Maybe we get some real change then.
Yeah. All right, guys. That kind of wraps it up for this week. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, this was our first episode, so it's going to be a little bit shaky, but we plan on doing this every week. This week was late because my buddy here is an idiot, but we plan on dropping a video every Sunday.
Give or take.
Give or take. We're going to be talking about abortion next week. We're going to be trying to talk about some new comments that come up over the next week if we, can get people to watch. And
we'll be here either way.
Yeah, we'll be here either way. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I appreciate everyone stopping by, checking us out. Hope we gave you some entertainment for your drive home or your hour on the Stairmaster or whatever you're doing. Appreciate it.
Go ahead. Yeah, sorry. Just a heads up, we're going to try to have this content out on YouTube, on the podcast services.
Yeah.
Basically anywhere we can put it so you can find it.
Yeah. As I said, I have a bachelor's of science in nursing, not technology. So
For sure,
bear with us, and we will get everything up here as soon as we can.
We also don't have any kind of degrees in politics. So
No.
So that's another thing. We're just two average Joes.
Yeah.
Talking about politics. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. This is Anthony and Chris.
Have a good week, guys.
See you next time.
Later.